Are you curious about how Neanderthals survived during the Ice Age? New evidence suggests that they not only survived but also conquered the Ice Age by using sophisticated weapons and the finest animal skins, particularly bear skin. But how did they use bear skin to their advantage, and what other secrets did they have to survive the harsh winters? In this video, we'll explore recent findings that shed light on how early Neanderthals established their dominance in northern Europe more than 300,000 years ago, and how they used animal skins to survive. We'll also uncover some interesting facts about their hunting habits, the oldest spears discovered, and the controversial discovery of the Steinheim skull. So, stick around until the end to learn more about how Neanderthals conquered the Ice Age. Neanderthals in Eurasia went extinct around 40,000 years ago, but their genetic legacy was preserved in modern humans through interbreeding, similar to how gorillas have also contributed to the genetic makeup of modern humans. The smaller Australopithecines, who lived 3 to 4 million years ago, transitioned from being plant eaters to omnivores during this time. As the top predators during the Stone Age, the Neanderthals were distinguished by their carnivorous diet, which included eating other people and animals. Recent findings suggest that 300,000 years ago, during the relatively warm marine isotope Stage 9 interglacial optimum, prehistoric humans in northern Europe survived harsh winters by going bare. Early Neanderthals are thought to have left Europe during the previous glacial period, but ancient humans eventually returned as the climate warmed and sea levels rose. Archaeologists found cut marks on a cave bear's foot and toe bones at the German Stone Age Schöningen site. These marks imply that Neanderthals were capable of surviving the winter by wrapping themselves in warm bear skin. The removal of the bear skin suggests a proficiency with animal skinning. The extinct cave bear's winter coat was made up of short, dense hairs for insulation and long outside hairs for airy protection. Despite the cut marks on the bones, this particular specimen had little meat. At Schöningen, only adult bear teeth and bones were discovered, suggesting that hunting had taken place there. To stop waste and hair loss, experts advise taking the animal's bare skin as soon as it dies. Cut marks on the bears indicate that they were skinned because of their presence. The extremely fine cut marks on the bear carcasses indicate meticulous butchering, which is similar to bears discovered at other Stone Age sites. This was a crucial adaptation made by early humans in the north. The pelts of these animals were used to keep people warm in the winter, so they were not just used for food. The Middle Pleistocene hominins may have survived the harsh winters of northwestern Europe thanks to their bare skins, which are effective insulators, while red body paint and raptor claw jewelry have been found among Neanderthals in southern Europe. It is unknown if they also wore talon jewelry. There is some debate among paleoanthropologists regarding whether Neanderthals had talons, and whether these symbols may have served as a means of communication. The world's oldest spears, discovered at a Stone Age site, are important for comprehending early humans and their hunting habits. These spears provide evidence for the use of wood as a raw material for Paleolithic tools, which is consistent with the idea that Middle Pleistocene humans participated in collective hunting. The Schöningen spears, 10 wooden spears originally estimated to be between 380,000 and 400,000 years old, were discovered with cave bear bones. The spears were used at the height of the interglacial marine isotope Stage 9M epoch and are between 337 and 300,000 years old, according to the thermoluminescence and dating of heated flint beneath the stratum containing them. Moving on, it is unknown what species made the wooden swords and other artifacts discovered in the Schöningen Pleistocene deposits, because no human remains have been discovered there. The most likely candidates, though, are thought to be early Neanderthals. The Steinheim skull was located about 300 miles south of Schöningen. The skull of this hominin, which belonged to a gracile female creature that lived 250 to 350,000 years ago, is unique among Middle Pleistocene European fossils. The Steinheim skull is not a monkey's, despite what some people initially believed. The fossil, known as Homo steinheimensis in earlier literature, has traits that are earlier than those of Homo sapiens, including a smaller, flatter face and canine fossa, but it also exhibits a Neanderthal trait with its large occipital bone. While it shares traits with both Neanderthals and Homo heidelbergensis, its strong brow ridges and small brain case place it between Homo erectus and Homo sapiens. The majority of paleoanthropologists classify it as Homo heidelbergensis, a species that later gave rise to Neanderthals, due to its slightly flattened cranial capacity, which is estimated to be between 950 and 1,280 cubic centimeters. Recent studies contended that the Steinheim skull belongs entirely on the Neanderthal side of the family tree, rather than being from a pre-Neanderthal ancestor. The Steinheim skull, Homo heidelbergensis, and Denisovans are now classified as separate species from the last common ancestor of modern humans and Neanderthals. Instead of being the Neanderthal's ancestor, the Steinheim skull is now thought to be the only sister species of a clade that also includes Homo sapiens and Homo antecessor. It's interesting to note that Homo antecessor has a face that closely resembles resembles modern humans, and that may have a long evolutionary history within our genus. The modern human face may have changed and vanished several times throughout history because diet and environment have a significant impact on facial anatomy. Therefore, the modern-looking face is very ancient and has been passed down to our species, while Neanderthals' faces changed significantly during their evolution, making their features derived rather than more ancient. The Neanderthals' appearance changed over time. While later Neanderthals had thicker supraorbital ridges and a more primitive appearance, earlier Neanderthals had a more contemporary appearance. Later Neanderthal skulls exhibited the largest supraorbital region, which contributed to their unusually primitive appearance. To survive, especially in colder climates, anthropologists think that Homo neanderthalensis had to hunt large animals because they provided food and hides. According to the preserved bones of these animals, these prehistoric people hunted a variety of animals, including ancient rhinos, hippopotamuses, bears, horses, and deer. They were expert hunters who cooperated in teams and made a variety of tools. The use of long spears that could be thrown at an animal allowed early humans to hunt from a safer distance than they had previously been able to. Hunting large animals were risky, but it was possible. These spears are the oldest wooden objects that have ever been discovered, proving that early humans were expert hunters rather than merely scavengers. Due to the cold climate and brief daylight hours in northern Europe during the Stone Age, these weapons had to be created for people to survive and prosper. Schoningen spears exhibit sophisticated design and construction skills that were once thought to be unique to modern humans. Despite being straightforward weapons, they demonstrate knowledge of various wood properties and were made in large quantities. Evidence suggests that the Schoningen humans used these spears to hunt large and dangerous games. These spears were both thrusting and throwing weapons in prehistoric cultures. This implies that their technology, hunting methods, social structures, and linguistic abilities were sophisticated. The spears are tangible proof of the Schoningen humans' sophisticated technological prowess and their hunting techniques. It's possible that they possessed cognitive skills that were previously thought to be unique to modern humans, like anticipatory planning, thinking, and acting. These results demonstrate the lack of agreement on how to interpret the archaeological data from early Neanderthal sites. While some contend that Neanderthals had limited cognitive capacity, others contend that they were essentially modern humans and shouldn't be treated differently. Modern humans and early Neanderthals did not look exactly alike. Recent discoveries, however, imply that they might have shared more traits with us than previously thought. Despite the differences, a Neanderthal dressed in basking garb, armed with a spear, wearing an eagle talon necklace, and painted in red, would have been a striking and intimidating figure. In conclusion, early Neanderthals may not have resembled modern humans in every way, but they may have shared some traits with us. A Neanderthal dressed in traditional garb would have been intimidating. As we come to the end of this video, we can reflect on the fascinating discoveries about early Neanderthals and their dominance during the Ice Age. The use of animal skins and sophisticated weapons allowed them to survive the harsh conditions of northern Europe, and their genetic legacy lives on in modern humans today. The discoveries at the Schoningen site provide valuable insight into the hunting and survival strategies of our ancient ancestors. From the world's oldest spears to the meticulous butchering of animals for their pelts, these early humans were resourceful and adaptive. Thank you for joining us in this journey of discovery, and we look forward to sharing more exciting scientific findings with you in the future. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it informative. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button below for more content like this. See you at the next one!